everybody, welcome to Mom Plays. I'm Mom. Hello. We are playing Fallout New Vegas, and as you can see, we are at the old Mormon fort. We are gonna look for Julie Farkas, who is probably sleeping. So let's go wake her up because nobody gets to sleep when I have questions. Oh yeah. Why do I have questions? Because we are going to switch from our NCR friends for a little while and do some other stuff. So I've tagged off nothing but a hound dog, which is to talk to Julie Farkas about what can be done to help Rex, who is the king's cyber dog. And something is wrong with Rex's brain in its jelly. So, ooh, today's physician. Okay, wake up, Julie.
Smoke rising from the east spells trouble. I hope the Legion isn't on the move.
You're always on the move. The king said you could tell me more about his robotic dog.
Rex? It breaks my heart every time I see him. He's such a good dog.
All right, the king brought him here for treatment then?
Yes, a few months ago. We had to tell him there was nothing we could do.
So you can't heal him.
No, Rex's condition is way beyond anything we can handle. He requires brain surgery and some sophisticated cybernetics work, too.
Yeah, so there's no chance he'll ever get better?
I didn't say that. While no one here has that kind of expertise, I do know of one man who might fit the bill. There's an old scientist named Dr. Henry who reportedly specializes in this sort of procedure. He'd probably be your best bet. Last I heard, he was living up in Jacobstown, far to the northwest.
All right, thank you. You've been very helpful.
No problem.
All right, let's tell her about the Garretts.
I'm honestly pleasantly surprised they would help us out. But I can see the Garretts aren't doing this out of the goodness of their hearts. Well, it looks like you've earned yourself a discount on supplies now that we'll be fully covered. This supply deal will aid our work immensely.
Perfect. Okay, we forgot to go back and tell her that, so we didn't actually finish that quest. So finally finished that quest. She has another quest for us. Let's just quickly run through her dialogue. Let's talk about Freeside.
What did you want to know?
Here we go. What's all the fuss about the water pump?
Bill Ronte installed that pump a few years ago, back when he was sober. It was a major improvement for the community. But lately, the Kings have started charging locals to use it, and NCR squatters twice as much. That'll come to no good.
This is true. This is true. I really don't need them to tell us any of this stuff. Let's see, talk about something else.
What did you want to know?
Is there
More than
something
rough. It's a damn mess.
else going on here? Hang on just a second. Is there anything I could do to
There is
help?
always something needing done. A few souls here in Freeside could be great assets to the community if they'd kick their addictions.
That's what I was looking for.
We need a regular supply of medicine organized, but the Crimson Caravan wants too many caps for what we need. Lastly, tensions between the townies and NCR tourists have been going downhill fast lately. A lot of innocent people will get hurt if things blow up.
This is true. You said something about helping addicts.
Yes, old Bill Ronte and Jacob Hoff. They're not going to kick their habits on their own.
True. Tell me about Bill.
Old Bill Ronte is an exceptionally skilled machinist. He could fix the problems we've been having with Freeside's water pump, if he sobered up.
Okay, and tell me about Jacob.
The Garretts hooked Jacob on chems when he was working for them. Ironic, since he used to homebrew detox chems. He's a natural chemist.
All right, where should I start looking?
In Freeside, the drunks and drug addicts flock in and around the Atomic Wrangler. I'd start there.
All right, I'll see what I can do to help them.
Sobering them up and putting them back to work would go a long way toward helping Freeside.
Okay, and
What do you
that
want to
is
talk
what I
about?
wanted from her. Yep. Goodbye. Yeah, ... I got you, Julie. I got you. Okay, that's what I wanted from her, and I was like, the last couple episodes, I'd been thinking, like, I know that there's something that Julie's supposed to, this quest with these with these addicts that Julie's supposed to give us, but I didn't know what triggered the quest, so now we've got it. So we've got another little quest we can do, which is nice. Let me mute my phone. Alright, so let's go back to the king and let him know that there may be something we could do for his Rex old buddy, because Rex is amazing.
We've got stuff we're not even allowed to sell.
And see what he says. And I like having Rex because, like, normally, I mean, I know in our Fallout 3 playthrough, I ended up leaving dog meat in front of Vault 101 because he kept dying. And they stopped making your followers die, or be killable, I should say. So I like to run around with the dogs, you know. It's me, my dog, and against the world. Yeah, against the wastelands. I like that. Running around with the other ones, I mean, like, they talk to you constantly and blah blah blah. All right, dude.
Things have been a lot better since you helped with those soldier boys. Thanks again. So, what can I do for you?
Well, Julie Farkas said a man in Jacobstown could treat Rex.
She said what? Why didn't she just say so when I was there? Actually, come to think of it, I was pretty angry when I went down there. I vaguely recall something about upending a few tables, maybe knocking out one of her doctors. Anyway, that's incredible news.
Yeah.
Only thing is, there's too much going on around here for me to make a trip like that. And I need all of my guys just to keep things settled here. You seem to be awfully interested in my boy Rex here, and you've done some good work for me already. I'll tell you what, you promised to get Rexy here to that doctor, and I'll lend him to you. What do you say?
Dang straight. Absolutely. I'll see that he gets better.
I can't thank you enough. Now, there's a few things you should know about old Rex here if you're going to be traveling together. First, he hates rats. Can't stand the things. Giant rats, mole rats, doesn't matter. He catches a whiff of one, and he's off like a shot after him. He's normally pretty obedient, but you might have to chase him some if he goes after one of the little varmints. Second, he doesn't like hats, or the people wearing them. Don't ask. I have no idea why. Maybe because it rhymes with rats. That should be it, though. Other than the occasional bad spot when his brain starts hurting him, that is. But I'm hoping you will see to that. I wish you both luck. Take care of my Rex now, you hear?
Oh,
Rex, this is your new master.
no worries.
Protect him as you would me.
Rex growls at Edie's Edie's presence, or Eddie's. All right. Don't growl at me. I know I'm writing. I have the hat. I have the hat on. It's a beret. Cut that out or I'll turn you into a hat. No, we're on the same side. Settle down. All right, where is Eddie? All right, Eddie, you are going to have to go for a while. Let's see, talk to. And terminate. And we will return to base. And he's going to go to the, Eddie's going to go to Lucky 38. And Rex, hi Rex, how you feeling, boy? I know, it's sad to be sick. Okay, I'm still working on getting you fixed. Damn straight. And I think we should travel together. Alright, so we've got the search and mark perk. I want to take a closer look at you. Let's look at him. Examine the painting of the bull on Rex's side. So he has a Legion bull painted on him, which is very interesting. And honestly, until I was watching somebody's YouTube videos about Rex and this whole thing, I didn't even realize, like, I've never examined him. So I didn't realize he had a Legion bull on him. So anyway, just side note. Anyway, examine Rex's brain case. Aw, sickly. And his mechanical parts. All right, stop examining him. And... all right, and goodbye. You ready, Rex? So let's see what perk he gives us really quick. Search and mark. While Rex is a companion, unequipped chems, firearms, and ammunition within a short distance are highlighted when you zoom the camera. Okay, I guess that's cool. I mean, I don't really, I search, as anybody who's been watching me play any of these, you know that I search everything relentlessly all the time. It's a failing I have, this hoarding tendency. Alright, well, Rex is our buddy right now, so let's get going. And I want to see
so far working with the NCR
how far, wow, that sounded ominous. Sorry, that music just, like, sounded really ominous. Okay, so let's see how far Jacobstown is from us. As I recall, it's quite a trek. And, oops. And, yeah, it's all the way up here. The closest place that we've been to is, like, not very close. Ooh, there's Vault 22. I mean, I would like to take the trip up to Jacobstown. So let's go out the gates and see if we can get up there.
It can be bought. It can be found at Nick and Ralph's.
It can be bought. It can be found at Mick and Ralph's. Including sex-bot programming holotapes. Yes, indeedy. Alright, let's leave the safety of New Vegas and Freeside. And I think what I'm... oh, I'm like, why did it do that? Okay, so... oh, it's all the way around the other way. So my thought is to go ahead and get there myself. I mean, nobody seems to be upset when I cut out travel time, which I think makes for more fun, because to be honest, like watching somebody run around the wasteland and do absolutely nothing, oh yeah, and search everything they come across like I'm going to do right now, can be kind of boring when you're here to see like a story. Ooh, what's this? Dirty pre-war casual wear. Well, that was abso-smurfly nothing. Yeah, so like I don't know, watching somebody run, do the walking everywhere they have to go because they can't fast travel there yet is kind of boring. I mean, we'll tick off some locations, but I think oh, that was a cool little glitch on that mountain. I think what I'll do is I will get up to Jacobstown and then we will meet up there again. So I will see you in a few minutes. Okay, everybody, we are back at Jacobstown. The road to travel up here has some giant praying mantises on it, but that's about it. It's not really a dangerous road to travel. The only time I've ever encountered serious problems is when I've pissed off the Legion too soon and they ambush you on the road. But since we haven't done that, it was very uneventful, and this is Jacobstown. So let's see what we've got here. Supermutants. Okay.
Welcome to Jacobstown, human. You're free to walk around.
Just don't stare at the Nightkin. They don't like people looking at them. And if
Okay.
you're NCR, keep it to yourself. They're not popular around here.
Okay, I'll keep that to myself too. So this is Marcus. Jacobstown's history goes back to Fallout 1, I think. Like, it wasn't in Fallout 1, but Marcus was, and some of the history he's going to talk to us about was from then. And the Master, the super mutant that all the super mutants on the West Coast at least came from. So, yeah, he's kind of an interesting guy, and I like him a lot. Okay, so we're looking for Dr. Henry.
Doc's inside the lodge.
Okay, we're gonna ask a couple of other questions before we ask about the Jacobstown stuff. Why do some of the super mutants here dislike the NCR?
A lot of bad blood between super mutants and humans.
True fact.
Goes back years. Some here still got the scars and memories. Me? I don't really have a problem with the NCR. Set their sights a little too high sometimes, but they try. Legion? That's another story.
Yeah, what do you know about the Legion?
Caesar thinks he can change human nature. Most of the Legion is following Caesar, not Caesar's ideals. When he's gone, it'll crumble. Might not happen overnight. Might take a few decades, but it'll happen. Basic human nature. Greed, ambition, jealousy. We'll see to it.
All right, what makes the NCR too ambitious?
They expand. Fast. If you got land they want, they'll take it. Eventually. Did it out west, they'll do it here. They keep rolling over people. They'll regret it. That's how revolutions start.
Anything else you could tell me about the NCR?
Seen them grow from a single town, Shady Sands, into the Republic. They've done good for the most part.
And that Shady Sands is definitely a direct reference to Fallout 1. Do you have any dealings with New Vegas?
Not really. Heard it's a paradise in the wasteland. Never been there myself. Doubt they'd let a mutant in. Amazes me people would come from all over the waste to throw away everything they've got in that town.
Yeah, they did it before the war, they do it after. Let's talk about something else.
All right.
What's wrong with the Nightkin?
Nightkin suffers schizophrenia from the stealth boys they're always using. One of the reasons I settled Jacobstown was so they could be cured. While they're in town, the Nightkin aren't allowed to have stealth boys, so their craziness doesn't get worse. Trouble is, the Nightkin don't like being visible either. They don't take being exposed too well.
I bet not. Are there any town rules I need to know about?
Same as any civilized town. Don't start any fights or steal anything. We'll treat you fair. Not a lot to ask.
All right, and lastly, I had some questions about Jacobstown.
Such as?
How about what's the history of Jacobstown?
Was a resort pre-war. I renamed it to Jacobstown after an old friend. Died a long time ago. I figured us mutants needed a place to call our own. Town's far enough away from humans so they don't bother us much. One of these days, I'm hoping we can trade with the rest of the wasteland. No more fighting, just get along.
Okay, I'd like to know about you.
Was part of a super mutant army. Ran a town, walked the wasteland with a tribal. Now I'm here.
Super Mutant Army? So we're going to get a little history of Fallout 1, just a little bit.
Long story, so here's the short version. The Master created the super mutants and Nightkin. The Master thought he could unify everyone. No more differences, no more war. Didn't end well.
You were mayor?
Town was Broken Hills. Bunch of super mutants, humans, and ghouls all living together peacefully. Well, most of the time.
And tell me more about the Tribal, which is the character you play in Fallout 1.
We were looking for a Gek to save the village of Arroyo. Eventually, we did. Nuked an oil rig in the process. We went separate ways after that. I went east into the Rockies, looking for other mutants like myself. Don't know what happened to my friend. I got a feeling it turned out all right in the end.
Okay, let's talk about something else.
All right.
And I think that's it. Goodbye.
See you.
All right, so let's find this Dr. Henry. And here we are in Jacobstown. Lovely painting. There's somebody else we want to meet, and she is over here, so we're going to go ahead and talk to her right now. What's up, Lily?
Jimmy! Little Jimmy! My, how you're grown up! So good of you to come visit your grandma.
Who's Jimmy?
Oh, Jimmy, don't you go being silly now. Come over here and give your grandma some sugar.
I don't know if I want to do that. I think you have me confused with someone else.
Oh, of course I have, dearie. How silly of me. I didn't take my medicine yet today. How can I help you?
Well, what do you do in Jacobstown, Miss Lily?
I watch over the bighorners. They're sweet, gentle creatures, but sometimes they get ornery, just like my grandkids.
All right, bye.
Talk to you soon, dear.
So this is Lily, a female Nightkin, who thinks, or thought at first, you were her grandkid. She's not quite right in the head, being this crazy Nightkin, but that's okay. So let's go on in here to the... Wow, to the lodge. Don't know what just happened there, but it happened. Okay. Let's see if we can find Dr. Henry. I happen to know there's... Everything in here would be...
One was enough.
Dealing. Oh, look, it's Keen. Let's talk to Keen.
Bother someone else. I don't want anything to do with you.
Okay, who's the other human you mentioned?
Dr. Henry, he's one of you. Go speak with him instead of me.
Okay, okay, what do you do here?
I represent the Nightkin. Marcus may lead this town, but the Nightkin listen to what I have to say. Doesn't mean I don't respect Marcus for what he's trying to do. However, he doesn't truly understand the difficulties of being a Nightkin.
Gotcha. And why are the Nightkin here in Jacobstown?
The stealth boys we use have cumulative adverse effects on our minds. Jacobstown was supposed to be a sanctuary, a place to find a cure. Instead, we wait and wait. I'm sick of waiting.
Okay, goodbye.
Finally.
So, as you can see, they definitely have the impatience of any other super mutant, but coupled with schizophrenia, that really does not make that a good combination. Okay, so here's Dr. Henry.
I assume this is about something important? You're interrupting my research.
Okay, something's wrong with my cyber dog. I was told to come see you.
It's neural degradation. Biomed gel can only preserve a living brain for so long, so you'll need to find a replacement. I haven't left Jacobstown in years, but there was one woman in Novak, Gibson. I remember her living with a pack of hounds. Aside from her, I know that the Fiends and Caesar's Legion fight alongside dogs. There could be viable specimens among them, if you can get to them.
Okay, so, what are you working on?
The Nightkin have varying degrees of mental instability due to their addiction to stealth boy use. I've been trying to come up with a cure. I'm currently investigating the local Night Stalker population, since they seem to have developed a natural stealth field. I've also gotten my hands on a working Stealth Boy Mark II prototype, but that experiment is riskier. I'd rather not pursue that research just yet.
Okay, so, why is the Stealth Boy Mark II riskier?
The stealth field has been modulated to use less power and thus last longer, but for some reason it has pronounced negative effects on the user. However, these pronounced effects will allow me to pinpoint exactly what parts of the brain they're affecting. Unfortunately, I'll need to run the test on a live subject, and Marcus has encouraged me to investigate the Night Stalker mutation first.
Okay, before we say we'd like to help, does Stealth Boy use hurt humans? Because if it's that bad for super mutants...
It's possible, but I've yet to see any hard evidence or hear of any cases where humans were negatively affected. Its negative effects are more pronounced on Nightkin.
Okay, and why are you helping the Nightkin?
Because Marcus asked me to, and because it's a reason for me to get up in the morning. I'd like to get one more grand accomplishment done.
Okay, anything else we can ask you? Nope, so I'd like to help. What do you need me to do?
I'm not convinced that the Night Stalker mutation is a natural one, and I need someone to investigate their lair for proof. Some of the supermutants have looked around as well, but they've come back empty-handed. Perhaps a pair of fresh eyes will have better luck. Lily might be interested in coming with you. She's lost a few of her bighorners to Night Stalker attacks, and would enjoy a little revenge.
Okay, so what makes you think that the Night Stalker mutation isn't natural?
I've compared the brain chemistry of a Nightkin to one of the local Night Stalkers we killed. They both exhibit similar neurochemical changes. Now, I'm not claiming that Night Stalkers are running around wearing stealth boys, mind you. I just don't think it's all a coincidence.
All right, so I think we got what we need out of him.
If we must.
Let's see, I'm surprised to find another human here.
I prefer the solitude, and having a bunch of super mutants around tends to keep things safe and quiet.
This is kind of obvious, but we're just gonna ask him, you're a scientist?
Yes, specializing in neuroscience, both human and canine. Of course, this lab is nothing compared to what I had when I was with the Enclave.
Ah, so he was an Enclave scientist. You were with the Enclave?
Yes, but the leadership and I didn't see eye to eye, so I left. It was the right decision, since the Enclave's oil rig was destroyed not long after.
Canine neuroscience?
Cyberdogs and the like. It's not a field I work in much anymore.
All right, I think we got
If we
everything.
must.
Let's see. Yep, goodbye.
Yes, yes.
All right. So he was an Enclave scientist. in the Fallout 1 story, apparently he left before the character that you play blew up the oil rig. Let's talk to Calamity.
I'd heard there were new people in town, but I thought it was more super mutants. Nice to meet ya. I'm Calamity.
Okay, what do you do here?
Most of the time, I'm Dr. Henry's research assistant. We're looking into ways to cure the, I'm also handy with tools. Once in a while I venture down into the valley to trade the bighorner hides and meat for supplies.
All right, so she can sell us stuff and repair our stuff. Does anyone other than super mutants come up this way?
Prospectors looking for salvage, usually. They always run when they see the mutants. The Great Khans come this way once in a while, but they keep their distance. I think they're mostly keeping an eye on us.
All right, you have an interesting name.
Thank you. Change names and jobs every decade or so just to keep things interesting. I picked Calamity this time because it sounded nice. Never really done much science stuff till now. I'm pretty good at it. Or so Dr. Henry tells me.
All right. Let's see if we can sell
All
off
right.
anything to her. She's 575 caps. Never need mines. Have that. Oh my god, you can have that gecko steak. Take those off my hand. Alright.
Give me a
Didn't
shout
have
if
much
you
to
need
sell,
anything else.
but
Bye.
we had a few things, I guess, to sell. So thanks, Calamity. All right, I think we are about to end this episode here. And then we have to make some decisions about where we're going to go. This quest with the Night Stalker Den is not an easy one, even when you take Lily with you. Night Stalkers are a pain in the, butt. But we might attempt it, actually, because whenever I get that quest and I don't do it right away, there's a chance that the Night Stalker come down here to attack the Bighorners and Lily dies. I've had that happen twice now, and it's really, really annoying. So we might try to get that done as quickly as we can. But in the meantime, we're going to go and and figure it out in the next episode. So you have been watching Mom Plays. You can follow me on Twitter at Tonya Treese. Please like the video, subscribe to my channel, and I will catch you all next time.